The Bloodraven colors and heraldry, despite being vastly documented, are scattered among many publications and video games. So let's get it together. First, let's begin with the helmet rankings. I will try to recreate the markings with the Space Marine 2 painter as accurately as I can. First, let's start with the red helmet. This is basic for Battle Brothers, Force Commander, Captains, and sometimes even Ancients. Then we have the Sergeant. This sample was introduced in the game Space Marine. It's a red helmet with a black faceplate. Veterans of the chapter wear cream color helmets. These were introduced in White Dwarf Index Astartes with Rick's Combat Patrol, and Dawn of War 2 implemented them in the game. Sometimes they have gold engravings, silver engravings. Sometimes the veterans can lead squads of Marines, while not necessarily being a veteran sergeant. Ancients might also use cream color helmet. Then there is a helmet, Veterans of Aestas, which is all gold and is worn by Apollo Diomedes, who was the captain of the First Company for over 2 centuries. And finally we have the Chapter Master helmet, Gabriel Angelo's helmet. This one's cream with gold faceplate and gold engravings. This is from the game Dawn of War 3. These following examples are not in the video games, so they are not official. This was shown in White Dwarf. Paul Norton, before joining Heavy Metal, painted a Primaris Lieutenant where it is portrayed with a black stripe and black faceplate. Another Lieutenant example that I like, it's a red helmet with a cream stripe with black borders. Now with the logic of the Sergeant, the Veteran Sergeant would have cream color helmet with a black faceplate. But at this point this is just conjecture in my opinion, because we don't have an official look of how a Veteran Sergeant is supposed to look like. Some people like them with a cream helmet and a black stripe, sort of like my character, or even use this as a Lieutenant. Red helmet with cream faceplate. This seems interesting as an alternative for Sergeants, or just a Crusade marking, or a personal heraldry marking. We have other great examples for Sternguard Veteran Sergeants, such as black with cream stripe on the helmet. A way to identify a Bloodraven's company is through a simple number on their armor, or right knee pad. The second company is the easiest to identify, by a simple silver skull on their armor, which denotes their victories against the Necrons on the Dark Crusade of Cronus. When the Bloodravens were first introduced in Dawn of War, they wore a gold chestplate, but this confused people later, because we got to see the Heavy Metal painted Bloodravens in Codex 4th edition, where they had cream color. This could be like a transition, sort of like how the Ultramarines went from having yellow trim to gold trim. Then in the Index Astartes, we got to see them wear black chestplate, or simply the chapter emblem on their chestplate. And it can be different colors, sometimes it's black, sometimes it's gold, or even silver. Colored chestplate will indicate seniorship, or sometimes even war gear rarity. It is also known that the 7th Company still uses cream-colored chestplate. Originally, the Dawn of War developers were using Ultramarines as a placeholder for the Bloodravens. This is why we can see them in many renders or screenshots, and we even get to see an Ultramarine-colored Gabriel Angelos. It is also interesting to see how Gabriel Angelo's face evolved over time. In the first game he looked like Grace Bannon, he had a more pointy and soft face, then it became more squarish. I personally like more the face of Angelos from the first game, but I could not find his conceptual illustrations. Well, my heretics and neophytes, what do you think about the rank markings? Let me know in the comment box. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you again next time.